What's going on, guys? So I haven't really talked to you guys in a while, and yeah, I'll just change this a little bit to get that glare out of here. Maybe ish. Okay. Anyway, good enough. So it is the 26th of March, and it's Monday, and I'm starting a new program today, and I'm very excited. So a little bit of update in the past couple months. I haven't really talked to you guys that much. So I've been skiing. I'm a ski coach, so that's what I've been up to. And I've been away most weekends. So my training and diet has slipped a little bit. Still training all the time. Still making sure I get all my protein in, but not really on a good schedule. So as of today, everything's coming back to normal. Coaching side of skiing is almost done, as it's almost April. Next weekend for Easter, I will be up in Wentworth, but after that, I should be in the city most weekends. So as of today, training's getting back on a normal schedule, starting off with legs. And I always like to start programs with legs because I find it's a muscle that's neglected, and my hamstrings are a very weak part of my body, so it's something that I really want to try to bring up. So over the next 4 to 6 weeks, I will actually be in a caloric deficit, and I'm going to try to lean out a bit, and might have something coming for you guys in the near future. Might have an event, etc. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on me and my goals. So I actually just took all my body measurements, and because I like to do that every year, just to making sure you're making progress. And a lot of times you think you're in a plateau because you don't see yourself making incredible gains, but you're making more gains than you think. So for instance, every year in the spring, I always do this. So right now my biceps are 16 inches cold. Chest is circumference 43, shoulders 50, quads are 22.5, and calves are 15. So my waist is 29. So base, I do that every year. Last year I think I was at about 15-inch biceps, so an inch on your biceps. But that's something that if you don't write it down, you don't exactly see the results. Because if I look in the mirror, I have no idea, like, you don't notice things happen to yourself that fast, I find. So it's just good to keep track of it. Make sure you're still on the right track. And you may look in the mirror and say, oh, I look great. But let's say your waist has gained 2 inches in the past year. Like, that's not very good. So you might want to change what you're doing. Maybe look at how fat you are. Simple things like that. Anyway, it's just a good way. It's good to track your progress and write things down so that you have a reference point that you can go back on, versus pictures on Instagram, which are great. Pictures are always awesome, but let's be honest, I can post a picture at a good angle, and I can look completely different at a picture at a different angle. So pictures are awesome, but you have to be careful and make sure like the filtering, stuff like that, doesn't get in the way and kind of like shade or like skew your perception of your results. So yeah, that's basically it. So my program, I did a full push workout last night. Today I'm going to do legs and then pull. So I'm going to do push pull legs for this week and just kind of ease back into it a little bit, start my program, and then I'll start to split it up into focusing more on my weak points and my stronger points. And while I'm doing this, I will be in a caloric deficit. I am very excited to bring a good package this year. As I already kind of hinted on Instagram, I'm going down south on May 3rd. So for May 3rd, I want to be shredded, like looking at probably 6 to 7% body fat, and maintaining or building as much muscle as I possibly can in the process. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me. This week, there will be 3 videos. So I will film an exercise. So I'll show you guys my program for this week, which is push pull legs. I'm not going to show you guys it twice because I don't really think that you guys want to watch the same workout twice. So I wouldn't. So I'll do that. So the way I'm going to post these videos is I'm going to post a workout Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday this week. So that is my plan. And then next week, I'll inform you guys on the last video what my plan is for filming. Also, my diet, I'm going to start off at about 2,800 calories a day, which isn't a small deficit for me, but I'm going to take things slow, see what happens, and then we can ramp things up as things progress. I learned last time I did a cut that being in a significant deficit at the start does not work well, and ultimately you're setting yourself up for failure because you're setting yourself up for something that's not sustainable and you're messing up your metabolism. So yeah, I might have to be at 1800 calories for the last week of a cut, but start as high as you possibly can and then slowly take things out, versus starting at 2200 calories and then you get 4 weeks in and you plateau and you're like, oh my goodness, or 2 weeks in and you plateau, you have to go to 18 and you plateau again. And let's be honest, it's not very easy to only eat 1500 calories a day. Like, I don't recommend that at all. Keep your calories as high as you possibly can while cutting body fat, and then adjust when you start to plateau. Anyway, that's my advice. So I'm excited for this. It's right time of year again. It's time to get ready for summer. So I encourage you guys to follow along with me. So this week is push, pull, legs, and then take 1 day off. So it'll be 6 days straight, 1 day off. That's what I'm doing this week. See the first video on Wednesday, so turn on post notifications, subscribe. I know I've been kind of away from YouTube a little bit, and that's honestly because a lot of things that were going on with YouTube, but also things that are like, I was just busy. So combination of the two. But I've decided not to let that bother me. I'm just the one that you guys that are supporting me, I appreciate it, and I'm going to keep providing good content for you guys. So yeah, I apologize that I have kind of been MIA the last couple months. So if you guys have any questions or anything, you can comment down below. Supplementation, I will be I'm just taking creatine and protein powder, which is basically things I keep in my diet year round. Pre-workout, I take sometimes. I will show you guys the pre-workout I'm taking before I do workout videos because it's just the easiest way to do it. So anyway, I think I covered all the bases. Oh yeah, meal schedule. So I will be eating 8 meals a day, and so to start off with, I will be having 185 grams of protein and 200 grams of carbs and low fats, and that will be split over 8 meals. The majority of it coming from real food. So not even a protein meal and a banana every single meal. First of all, you probably want to kill yourself at the end of it, and second of all, is just you're better off eating whole foods. I can't stress that enough. Protein drinks are amazing. I use them, have them post-workout, have them first thing in the morning when I wake up, and right before I go to bed. But let's be honest, you don't really, yes, there's obviously protein in it, and I've experienced that, yes, it works, but I just feel like real food digests better, and in the long run, it's going to be healthier for you. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope you guys, I kind of just ranted on about what I'm doing, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are going to follow along with me. So basically this cut, 6 weeks, and there might be an event. I might throw an event somewhere in there, so stay tuned for that as well, because that should be interesting, but we'll see where I get to. I'm a little bit fluffier than I'd like to be, so let's just see what happens. So I encourage you guys to follow along. We will get shredded in 6 weeks, and let's get ready for summer. So love you guys, appreciate all the support, and I will talk to you guys soon.